Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, Permission to Live in the End. Just stopping by to share two short money manifesting stories that were brought back to my remembrance recently that of course I had to come and share with you, just to keep proving and keep sharing practical examples of the fact that we can create out of nowhere. And so just remembering a story of myself and my oldest daughter when she was little. And so this would be years ago. And there are way more recent stories here on the channel. So, definitely have a look around and listen to any of the more recent stories that I've shared. However, these were brought back to my remembrance. So I said I have to share them on the channel. So this is a story of myself and my youngest daughter. This was years ago. We're living in the windiest city in I believe they said the nation. I believe. I'm not quite sure about that, but quite a windy city. Brigantine, New Jersey. And we were down to our last couple of dollars for some reason back then. Perhaps I wasn't working at the time. I don't know. I don't know what was happening, but we're down to our last couple of dollars, and I decide that we're going to walk to our nearest grocery store. So we're walking to our nearest grocery store, and we had to walk across this huge area where there was grass in order to get to the parking lot of the grocery store. So as we're walking, guys, as myself and my daughter are walking, the wind kicks up in the grass and money starts blowing out of the grass. Okay, as we're walking through the grass. So we start collecting the money, and it turned out to be about $35 in fives and ones. But, it added to what we had at that time, and it just kicked up out of nowhere as we're walking. So that's one story. Then another, this is years later, but myself and my kid, I gathered up the kids. It was a hot summer day, and I had my niece with me also. Gathered up the kids and went to a local, couple of towns over, ice cream, outside ice cream stand, and decided I'm going to order up some ice cream for the kids. So ordered all this ice cream because I had, let me see, I'll say about 5 kids with me. So ordered up a bunch of ice cream, and when I get to go to pay for the ice cream, the young lady says, I go to pay with a card. And the young lady says, "Oh, we don't accept cards." And I said, "Well, where's the notice that's telling us that we had to pay with a card?" And she points to this hand-drawn, written sign that was not easily seen to show me that, they don't accept cards. So we had to walk away from the ice cream place with no ice cream because all I had was a card. So I get to my side of the car. I get to the driver's side of my van at the time, and I look down, and on the ground, guys, is $100 bill. So I stepped on the bill so it wouldn't blow away, and I waited for the kids to get in the car, and I collected the $100 bill. And I said I wasn't going to say anything to the kids because if I, not right then and there, because if I would have said something to the kids, they probably would have started screaming and hollering and all of this with excitement. So I decided not to share with them until I got up the street. And I said, "Guys, look what I found. I found this $100 bill." And I decided that I was going to take them to a different ice cream store with this $100 bill because we had to walk away from this one, because they didn't use cars. But I said, I just didn't like how that whole thing went down. So I said, I'm spending 100 somewhere else. So anyway, I just wanted to stop by to share those stories. Oh, and also just recently, and I feel like this happened. So it's 3 stories. I feel like this happened to let me know something. So it was a little bit of money, but it still, means a lot because of how it happened. I was turning into my the street of where I live, and I saw this money laying on the ground. Now, I didn't know how much it was, but what stood out to me, because I decided to keep driving because there were other cars behind me, and I was looking in my rear view to see if people saw the money on the ground. Nobody saw the money. Nobody. Like, these cars are just pulling in and they're not noticing the money. So I turned around and I turned around, pulled over to where the money was, put my hazard lights on, and got out and went and got the money. I knew it was bills, but I didn't know how many. There were several laying out on the ground. Turns out it was only $3, or it was $3. I won't say only. It was $3. And my question was, in my mind, as I collected these $3, was, why didn't anybody else see the money? Like, how could they not have seen these bills laying on the ground? Because they were in 3 separate areas. They weren't all lumped together. I could understand if they were all lumped together, but they weren't. They were in 3 separate areas. And it felt like it was a way, this thing that happened was a way of confirming for me what my core belief is about money, which is money comes to me from everywhere all the time. And because that's my belief system, I believe that I see money where other people don't see it. Because that was my biggest question, was how could so many cars have driven past this money without seeing it? And like I said, I feel like it was confirmation to me personally that you would see the money versus other people seeing the money because of what you think and believe about money. So I just wanted to stop by and share these little stories with you to remind you to stop and think about what is your belief system and communication about money. Because whatever it is, if you're ready to, and it's not serving you, if you're ready to think about it in a different way, then please go ahead and do that, because you are creating your reality. And how I like to put it is, the mental laws that you agree with and accept are the mental laws that you will have to live by and within. So just stopping by to share these little stories with you, to remind you to stop and pay attention to whatever your money programs are right now. And if they are not serving you, stop and think about what you want to change them to. Do not forget to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next video.